Welcome back. I'm Nicholas Vargin with your sports. WIU men's basketball had a dominant big man in the paint who is a force to be reckoned with this season. News 3's KJ Lee brings us more. This meet and greet will be from 5:30 to 7 p.m. in the Lemoyne Room at the University Union.
This event is being held in hopes of building a stronger community through recognizing similarities and celebrating individuality.
Now we go to Connor to hear more about the weather this weekend. Connor? The NCAA basketball tournaments are in the rear view, and that means college sports are sane again. The Women's March Madness tournament concluded this Sunday with another record-breaking viewership. 24 million fans tuned in to watch the undefeated South Carolina Gamecocks take on Caitlin Clark and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Women's tennis is still looking to find a rhythm, going 1-7 thus far. The ladies traveled to Coe College in Iowa on March 2nd. Track and field was in Birmingham, Alabama last week for the Ohio Valley Conference Indoor Championships. The men's team finished 3rd overall, while the women's team placed 5th.
The men's basketball team.
The Student Organization of Caribbean Ancestry collaborated with the African Student Association to invite WIU students to experience a taste of different cultures.
So our event was called Taste of the Caribbean and Africa, and it's kind of exactly what it sounds like. It was kind of like a food sampling event. So we had dishes prepared that represented different countries in both the Caribbean, or islands I should say, in the Caribbean, and countries in Africa. And we invited like the university public to just come and try different foods.
The president of SOCA, Gerard Jones, talked to us about the massive turnout for the event.
It really was heartening to see the turnout. I saw professors, I saw students. We had about 270 persons attending this event this evening. So for us, it was just wonderful to have this turnout, and we're going to push for it to come in the future.
Jones also talked about what SOCA is and what their goals are for the future. The Gray Matters Collective is a nonprofit organization on campus. They focus on removing the stigma behind mental health for students.
Our meetings are just kind of like where students can come to learn helpful mental health like strategies, any helpful tips, anything to help them or the people around them. And we just kind of hang out and spread the word about mental health and try to remove the stigma of it.
The Gray Matters Collective is an open environment for all students on campus.
We're just here to have fun and talk about mental health in an open setting instead of like a counseling session, but we also give them the resources that can help them lead them to that way.
The Gray Matters Collective has many events throughout the year. Bria Price talked about their next event on campus. The ROTC held a Valentine's Day shoot event on February 13th. Teams entered into the range to compete in the event, where they had 20 shots to show who the best marksman is.
So battalion goals is just to get more outreach. As you know, if you didn't know, the Army kind of right now is low on recruitment, and we're just trying to bring more people in, more diversify the group, and just really bring in more people to see what it is.
The ROTC wants to give students a chance to see what they have to offer.
So what we have going on right now is the Valentine's Day shoot. So that is just us raising money for the program to try to get more outreach and do something different on campus, to then get some influence and some outreach to the campus to then show what ROTC has to offer here at Western.
The ROTC office is located in Horben 103 if you're interested in the program or any upcoming events. Casa Latina is the home of many different Latinx organizations. I spoke to graduate assistant Heidi Olivos to see how to get involved.
Casa Latina is a home for everybody. It's not just specifically Latino students or Latino women or anybody who identifies with the Latinx community.
Casa Latina hosts 4 different organizations on campus open to students. The LGBTQ Resource Center offers support and resources for the LGBTQ community on campus. We spoke to Jordan Hillenbrand to find out more.
Yeah, so the LGBTQ Resource Center is a place for LGBTQ students and their allies to hang out, get resources. There's also the closet here, which is a gender-affirming closet, free clothes for anybody who would like to take them. They also have a lot of relaxation activities, puzzles, things like that. It's just a place to study, hang out, do whatever.
Jordan also wanted to highlight some of the clubs the center offers.
Yeah, so in Unity is a social LGBTQ plus organization. We do fun activities, hang out, educational events from time to time, and bring people together. And we also have Chigonix Afrocentric Queers, or CAQ as it's commonly shortened to. We are more advocacy based, and we do a lot of educational events and throw in some fun into the mix there.
The LGBTQ Resource Center is very accepting and open to all students on campus. Mark Nelson opened a new exhibition in the WIU Art Gallery. The internationally renowned artist talked about his passion behind his latest project, The Caesar Files: War Crimes in the Digital Age.
The main exhibit is about this guy named Caesar. He's in a blue coat here. He was a photographer in Syria. He worked for the Syrian government, and he took documentary photos of all the people they had tortured and killed, men, women, children, except he was secretly saving them to a little thumb drive and then finally put it in his sock and escaped Syria and exposed all these things that were happening. And that's kind of what a lot of the show is about.
Nelson also talked about how media coverage has exposed war crimes around the world.
And in this day and age, unlike, let's say, during World War II, and even in Bosnia during the 90s, the war crimes committed today are so apparent. They're for everyone to see. They're on instant, they come up instantly on social media. So you're barraged with these horrific images and these things that are happening, and I guess for me, it's a way to, how do I react to those things? I'm sitting there as a human looking at these images, and how am I reacting? And that's kind of what I'm making art about.
Caesar's coverage influenced the United States to take action against Syria.
Yes, well, that is all for us today.
But we are online all the time. Stay up to date with us at news3wiu.com.
Like us on Facebook, follow us on X, just search our handle, News3WIU.
You can also find